got a special guest today, but as usual, we've got Urban Gardening with Gray. We've got the Chocolate Botanist. We've got, our new guest is the first one up here. Let's see. Where's everybody at? There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. What's up, gentlemen? We got 4 boxes today. Welcome to episode 17 of the Dirt on the Gardening podcast. With the usual, we've got right below me, we've got the Chocolate Botanist, Derek. We've got Urban Gardening with Gray, and Gray's here. And we have our guest today, Urban Fruit Trees, Carl. Welcome to the show, Carl.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, so
and that's
Carl,
Urban Fruit Forest.
It's not just trees.
What did I say?
You said urban fruit trees. You know, what Andre did is he do what most black folk be doing. We will take a name and rename you. Your name is Kiara. We'll call you Keon and everything else. It's out of love, but y'all know he got the trees. He got the forest. He got it all.
I'm already responsible for a name change on social media because there was someone who used to follow me and her name was Tidra M. And I called her T-Dram for so long, she changed her name to Just T. So
we love to see it.
Wow.
So what's new with you guys? What's going on? What's going on with you, Derek? What's new?
You know, I have been just chilling out. I'm thinking about what I want to grow for the fall. I'm feeling really inspired to do some fall flowering plants if I can look some up. Keep in mind, everybody, I'm here in Durham, North Carolina. I seen somebody else was in the Bull City, Bow. And I'm just trying to, get it together and do what I need to do. That's what I got going on.
All right. What's going on, Gray?
Well, this weekend I got into a lot. I'm doing a lot of heavy filming, a lot of heavy planting, answering a lot of gardening questions. So many people answering gardening questions. I feel like I was glued to my phone. The thumb was just on fire this weekend. But it's good because I love it,
And guys, we are a resource that you guys can use, not just during the podcast. You can DM us. You can ask questions in the comments. We love to answer questions, so we're always here for you guys. And Urban Fruit Forest. What's going on, Carl? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I had a great weekend. Just went. I just sent you a request on Instagram.
Where you at, Carl?
I just sent him.
Lost you on Instagram.
I sent the request.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead and say that again, Carl.
Technology.
I sent the request on Instagram.
He said he sent the request.
We had our Andre the Farmer fishing trip this weekend, and Carl was actually on the trip. We took out like 45 people. I made a ton of posts about it. So, if you're in the comments right now, you're like, I didn't know about the fishing trip.
Carl, you might want to take the request off.
I made a million posts about the fishing trip. And we do it every year. That was the second annual. We're going to do it again next year. So if you like to fish and you want to come out, hang out, and meet everybody, I got to meet a lot of people that I've been friends with for a long time, but never actually met in person. Carl was one of the people I was very excited to actually meet in person. If you guys don't follow Carl's videos, Urban Fruit Forest, I'll tell you what.
I just sent it again.
He does an excellent job with his videos. They're so high quality, and you always learn something. Excellent videos. He's one of my favorite guys to just watch videos. I always stop and watch a video and see what his videos pop up.
He is amazing too. And did he send you another request to join? He said he sent you another request.
Let me when I saw his picture there, I thought he was already there.
Should be there.
So while he's no, you're good. While you're doing that, Gray, what you been up to?
Just out here trying to grow my purple broccoli. Excuse me, my burgundy broccoli.
Yes, burgundy.
It is burgundy broccoli, and I am so excited to be growing it because not only is it burgundy, which is going to look awesome, it's heat tolerant too. So being out here in Texas, honestly, we walk around in shorts on Christmas before out here in Texas. And to be able to grow our cooler crops, it's really challenging for us to find things that aren't going to fold and start going to seed too soon. So when I found out about this burgundy broccoli that's heat and drought tolerant, not drought tolerant, but heat tolerant, I was like, oh, that's a win for me right there.
Yeah.
There he is.
There we go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My bad.
That's okay. So how did you like the fishing trip? How was your fishing trip, and how was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. Like you said, we went fishing this past. Is it echoing for you guys?
No.
Are you off your YouTube muted?
Yeah, I have that muted.
Okay, good. Keep going.
All right. Like you said, we went fishing this weekend. It was really good. Weather was great. It wasn't too hot at all. Caught a good amount of fish. I ate one yesterday, fried it up whole, so it was good. I cleaned up scales, really good. I can't complain now. It was a great weekend. Andre even brought some mangoes for us. You brought a Harper Spoon and Malika, right?
It was I brought 2 Malekas, and then I believe Birmingham he brought an orange sherbet and I think an Angie and a Hayden and something else and a Pearl. And
Birmingham was out there too?
Huh?
Birmingham was out there.
Man, I need to come next time. I'm gonna have to find some money, or I'm gonna have to take the truck, and I'm gonna have to drive out there because I'm coming next time for sure.
And I'm gonna meet you down there too. Or we gonna all get together.
It was a great trip. It was a great trip, y'all, for real.
It was really fun. I'll tell you what. One thing about social media is you meet all these people, and like for example, I've never met Derek in real life, right? But even as I'm saying that, I had to think in my mind, have I met him in real life? Because I feel like I know people. Like I feel like these people that we meet through social media and we spend a lot of time chatting with or whatever. I feel like when I met about 6, 7, 8, like really people that I consider friends that I had never met before in person. And it didn't feel like I was meeting them for the first time. Like, even when I met you for the first time, Gray, it was like, I didn't feel like we were meeting for the first time. I felt like we were already friends.
Yeah, like, hey, what's up? I talked to you just a minute ago, man.
I felt like that too. You're not lying.
Yeah. It's social media really brings people together, and that's one of the things I love the most about it. Now, tell us a little bit about what you're growing there, Carl. Like, I know you're growing tropical fruits. Like, what was that?
Before he does that, you muted yourself on YouTube. You just need to mute your speaker. Your mic is muted, so the people on YouTube can't hear you. I was trying to unmute you, but I couldn't.
I don't know how to do that.
Somewhere it was Urban. Carl is muted. He's the one that's muted.
Oh,
Carl is muted.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was playing the pronoun game. For those of you, while he's unmuting himself, there we go. We're good to go. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good. You're unmuted now. Y'all keep going.
All right, Carl, tell us a little bit about what you're growing and what got you into gardening, because your page is so amazing. Like, how long have you been gardening? You're a young guy. How long have you been gardening, and what got you into gardening?
So I want to say I've been gardening for a little more than 4 years now, and it's crazy. So I got into gardening a little bit past COVID. I was just on YouTube, just binge watching, scrolling, watching videos. And I saw this one Asian individual, his name's Richard, and he was posting videos about dragon fruit. So I was just curious. I watched it, and I was like, this is neat. So I'm like, if he could do that, well, if he could do that, I'd probably do it too. So I just went ahead. He had a website. I forgot how I reached out to him on a Facebook group, and I bought a cutting of a dragon fruit. Watched the whole YouTube video, got pots. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, to be honest with y'all, but I just was following exactly whatever he said to do. So I got dragon fruit set up, and y'all know exactly how it is. It's addicting. It's like a gateway drug for the most part. You start with once, and then my next one was a mango. My pops gave me a mango tree. I drove down to Miami. My pops gave me a mango tree. Yeah, from seed. I had nothing, didn't know nothing about grafting or nothing. I went ahead to repot it. I should have just got into the ground. I went ahead to repot it. I put in straight cow manure. Didn't even know. Just thinking I might just put in fertilizer. That ended up just dying. But to be honest with you, after that, the range was loose. I just started grabbing all different type of fruit trees. Started off with dragon fruit. Now I got a whole bunch of mangoes, passion fruit, star fruit. I just as of this year, recently, I just started to diversify. Cause all I got is sweets in the yard, so I started to get different type of herbs. I got cranberry hibiscus, roselle, Suriname spinach, Cecil spinaches, whole bunch of peppers. So it's been a fun journey. Been doing it for in between 4 to 5 years, but that's how I started. It started with one dragon fruit cutting, and now here I am, just a whole bunch of them.
I think we all have fairly similar stories, you know, like I started kind of similar with the mango tree. And what about you guys? What got you into plants? Like, was it always a thing for you guys?
Oh, now, for me, it was straight up my grandma. Going all the way back to them weed years. I'm not going to age myself, but going all the way back, my mama, she got me. She said, hey, you're going to grow this Roma tomato, and then boom, that's when it took off. I've been to that Roma the first time, grown with my own hands. That was a wrap, and I've been growing that since.
You're not lying. It's nothing like homegrown. It's completely different. It is.
Now, Derek, you went to school for this stuff, man.
I went to school for this. I have been into plants ever since I can remember. I was a scientific, nerdy child, taking things apart and putting it back together again. So I had no choice but to be this scientist. I wanted to be an engineer and a chemist, and thank God I learned that I hate those things. So, botany is what really stuck with me my whole life, forever.
I never would have thought that I would have been a plant. Huh?
I said the funny thing about it is my background is mechanical and engineering, but I still go after my plants too.
Yeah, listen, it's good to be diverse. But we got a few questions in the comments here, and I saw 2 questions about mangosteen. I bet you've tried mangosteen, right?
I got
you guys tried
mangosteen. I've tried mangosteen before.
Right. I knew you. Oh, I'm pointing. I knew you tried mangosteen. Have you guys tried mangosteen?
I don't even know what a mangosteen is.
Okay, all right. Mangosteen is actually it's a really highly regarded fruit, and I've heard it called the queen of all fruits. And it doesn't really grow well in Florida. I'm not familiar with anyone that has a tree in Florida. Are you familiar with anyone with a tree in Florida, Carl?
Down south, like Homestead type area, but there's different varieties. But the one you're talking about, I know which one. But there's lemon drop mangosteen. I don't know if you heard of it.
I have heard of that. I've heard that one can grow here.
Yeah, you grow that one here. But the purple one, the one you're talking about, I think the only person I know who has it is down south, like in the Keys.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a very interesting fruit. It's crazy expensive. I remember I bought like 6 of them in a bag one time, and it cost me like $30. They're pretty expensive, and I think they're a little overrated, personally.
Yeah.
No. Andre, you can't say that it's overrated because you have very particular taste buds, man. I mean, you don't eat raisins, so.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Raisins?
Mangosteens are not raisins.
He said he didn't like watermelon.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and I try to let it
That
go.
one didn't make sense to me.
Let me tell y'all, I had a nightmare the other night, and it was like Superman versus Batman, and they had Andre locked up in a closet, and they were going to let him go if he just ate a watermelon, and he wouldn't leave.
Listen,
It's a terrible nightmare.
no, I would eat a watermelon because I can voluntarily eat watermelon. It's just that it's just not great. Like watermelon is like slightly above eating nothing, right?
What?
Well, and I'll tell you what happened to me on the boat. Listen, what happened to me on the boat? Someone had a cantaloupe on there. And I don't like cantaloupe, but they had a cantaloupe cut up and watermelon mixed up. And I was like, let me just try this cantaloupe. This cantaloupe's a liar. It always looks like it's going to taste good and then it tastes bad. And this cantaloupe was not 100% lying. It was like a 50% lie. It wasn't terrible. And I'll tell you what, I've moved cantaloupe ahead of watermelon on my hierarchy of fruits. So at 98 is watermelon and 97 is now cantaloupe.
My man calls cantaloupe a liar.
It's okay.
That's true.
No, all the melons are liars. They're all liars.
All of them, okay.
They're all liars. But
I'm not even going to
cantaloupe
mention my
is
Korean melon
close
to you then.
But yeah, so the mangosteens, I think they're hard to grow in most places in the United States. But like in South Florida, the Keys, maybe it might happen. Or the lemon drop mangosteens might be an option as well. I've also heard that a cha-cha is very similar to a mangosteen as well.
I haven't tried that before.
I haven't tried the fruit, but I have a tree.
I mean, I tried the dance called the cha-cha slide.
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. But y'all keep going.
It's like in Chinese over here. Now, here's another question someone had. It said, can you move an indoor plant to outside if it's not getting enough sun?
It depends. I mean, what are we talking about? Are we talking fruit? Are we talking ornamental?
I didn't talk about ornamental plants, I think.
Well, Jared can probably back me up on
typical
that.
house plant. Like
You probably got to acclimate it. I wouldn't put it in full sun. For sure, acclimate it and just keep it in the shade. But it really just depends on what type of house plant. Some house plants will take sun. Like I got a pothos that partially get a little bit of sun and it's good to go. But there's some house plants I wouldn't let touch that sun and it'll cook it.
Exactamundo. Depends on what it is and what conditions you have it in and how much of a wild child you are. If you are as a wild child as I am, I will often take things outside. And you should do this. Don't follow my example. I will often take things outside without nobody's acclamation. And I'll throw it into the sun with reckless and laugh and go back inside. Because in most cases, I'm good, but I also, unlike a lot of you, have a lot of grow lights like the one I'm under right here that are in this house. So I just have bright conditions. The only difference is typically the heat. It's like usually 10 to 20 degrees hotter outside than it is inside at least. But yeah, it depends on what your plan is. It depends on what your area is. It depends on so many different things. But what I would tell you is look to make sure that that plant can actually handle bright sun or direct light or the humidity and the weather. And if nothing else, take it out for a couple of hours, bring it back in to harden it off. Do this over a couple of days to a couple of weeks until you finally get it used to being outdoors. And also keep in mind, for those of you who don't like insects, when you throw your pot outside, it's like building a new condominium. And all the bugs are like, this is mine now. A lot of people don't think about that, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, squatters.
And I don't have the patience for hardening off plants. So the whole take it outside for 2 hours and 4 hours. Not doing that. But I'll tell you what I will do. I'll take it outside and I'll put it in a shady area. And then maybe a couple of days later, I'll put it in a little bit less shady area. And then maybe a couple of days later, I'll put it in the sun. But I'm not doing the whole 6 hours of sun for you today and going back inside. That's way too much.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah. And somebody in the comments said it's hot in Texas. And yeah, look, I'm in Dallas. It's hot. So yeah, that's gonna take, when you're talking about taking plants outside, it's going to depend on your zone and what kind of sun. Because I always say this Texas sun is on a whole nother level. So, direct sun for some plants might be okay, not in Texas direct sun.
Well, for a lot of fruit trees, that direct sun is like gold for a lot of fruit trees. Like I know people that have direct sun properties. I don't have a direct sun property. There's almost no spots on my property in direct sun, and it's a plus and a minus. It's a minus because my trees don't grow fast and they don't grow to their full potential, most of them. However, when it gets cold or when it's super hot, I have a little insulated microclimate. So I don't have to worry about extreme cold or extreme hot. I probably have a bit of a buffer both ways. So that's the advantage of having not direct sun. But I wish I had direct sun in some places. And some of my things would definitely benefit.
And that's actually what's going on with my donut peach right now. I got a donut peach last fall, and I always say plant your fruit trees in the fall if you can. And my donut peach, unfortunately, it's right under the canopy of a live oak, and that live oak branches are really casting a good amount of shade on. So probably, I don't know, early in the morning this weekend, I'm gonna get out there with my pole saw and take some of those branches down, so we can get some more of that direct sunlight. I want some donut peaches next.
And also those oak tree roots suck out so much nutrients out of the soil.
You're not lying.
We're finding every little bit of the tree and they're sucking it up.
You're not lying.
And the sad thing about it is I have two trees that are like that. So on one side I have the live oaks, and then I have crepe myrtle. So they're all just sucking everything out of that spot.
That sounds rough. So I don't deal with a lot of trees, but you said you're gonna do some pruning this weekend?
I am gonna do some pruning, yes, sir.
Carl, do you do a lot of pruning?
I do a decent amount of pruning because everything I got is all jam. I'm not working with much space. I don't have acres like that, so a lot of the trees I have about 8 to 10 feet apart. So if I'm not pruning, it's a jungle back there.
Well, let me tell you about a jungle. If you don't want your plants to look like a moldy Jumanji city, right? What you need to do is get you some Retain. This is a commercial. We have our Retains here. All of us, Carl, hopefully Retain, if they're here, they can, work to send you some. And this Retain is amazing. It is organic. It cleans, it lubricates, it stops rust and it sanitizes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do you need this when you are pruning like all of them that have land are doing, right? Because all of these people that you see, that is not me, has land, acreage they all have, okay? We're going to just go ahead. We're just going to zoom into me here. We're only talking to me right here on YouTube. Acreage.
That's me.
So with that, it is. With that, it is. That is not me at all. It did not work like I thought it would, but it's okay. When it comes to the acreage that we all have, that they all have, it is just simply boop. There we go. If I keep pushing buttons, we're going to keep pushing buttons while he's talking. When you comes to that acreage is necessary to keep up if you have something that can clean your tools. Your tools need somebody's cleaning. Get you some Retain today. You can go to get it off of the Amazon, the Walmarts, or RetainSpray.com. Get you some Retain today.
Now, on a serious note, this stuff is great for you if you're doing a lot of grafting and air layering, because a lot of times you don't have time to disinfect your tools. You don't have hydrogen peroxide or alcohol to put on it. Give it a squirt of this. It disinfects and lubricates at the same time. And I know that has an effect on your success rate when you're grafting and your air layering. So Retain Spray, I love it.
And that alcohol can rust out your tools over time too.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Now, Wendy asked me, what can we plant right now? And I guess that depends on where you are. But for the fall, what are most of us thinking about planting for the fall?
So I'm going with Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I like veggies, so I'm going Brussels sprouts, broccoli, garlic and onions. I can't cook without garlic and onions. So that's my main food I got in my beds right now. I don't like to do too much, can I spread myself too thin, and I don't really get to harvest the plants don't get as much as I need to give them. So I'm just going with those four for this fall. But I'm in zone 10A-ish, so it just honestly depends on that too.
Yeah. Now, I'm in Texas, so my growing zone is a little bit different. So we get the cold, but we only get it for like 2 weeks. So I'm kind of like you guys over in 10 because I have, just hot all the way until October, November, December. So even though I want to try to grow some of my leafy greens in the fall, one that I'm growing, and it's heat tolerant, and I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. Let me show you here. This is, if I can find it, red leaf amaranth. If you've never heard of red leaf amaranth, you need to check it out. I'll show you first. Red leaf amaranth, and on Instagram is red amaranth. These are the seeds that I started about 5 days ago, and I love it because it's a heat and drought tolerant crop, and it produces a red leaf amaranth. Hence the name, that tastes great. And you can get multiple harvests off of it. It's not going to go and bolt on you when it's out the heat. Now, if it gets around 90 degrees, it might start to struggle a little bit, but it's a good green that you can grow. And actually, the leaves have about 10% protein in there too. So myself being a vegetarian, I'm always looking for a protein source. So red leaf amaranth is definitely a win.
Now, for my Caribbean folks, that's callaloo, guys. That's callaloo right there. That's red leaf callaloo. So for me in the fall, that's when I'm gonna start. Like Carl said, some of the brassicas. Right now I feel like I'm sort of in that in-between zone. It's kind of still too hot to really get things. So I've planted in my beds a lot of peas, a lot of bush beans and things like that, just as nitrogen fixers, just sort of cover crops, just for the beds until it actually does cool down a little here, and then I'll get my fall vegetables into the ground, or fall winter vegetables into the ground.
That's beautiful. And for me, I'll just tell you all, go to your local cooperative extension offices here in the United States. You can go to whatever your county is online, and they'll tell you what you should be growing right now. What were you going to say, Greg?
No, that's perfect. And because I'm a master gardener, I'm actually through my county's extension. So I always love to give praise to the extension because all that information is there and available for you for free. Science-backed free information. So definitely use it. But what I was going to say is Instagram can't see, but myself and Andre are matching today.
Oh, hey. You got the permaculture life gear on.
It's so funny because I had ordered something from Andre's site, and it was the Andre's pepper sauce, and he sent me a permaculture life t-shirt, and I loved it. But then I thought about it because I didn't tell him my size, and this is before we met in person. So I was like, how he know I'm an extra medium? Like, you got me an extra medium.
Extra medium.
Extra medium is wild.
And these shirts are made from bamboo fiber.
Ooh, so I
One
know
of
they
the
feel
most
good.
comfortable shirts I've ever worn.
I know they feel good.
And you can get them on OnlyTheFarmer.com. There's also something else you can get on OnlyTheFarmer.com. I don't have back-to-back commercials, but OnlyTheFarmer sweet and spicy
Pepper sauce.
pepper sauce. It's 100% all natural. 8 different fruits and vegetables. It comes in hot, and it comes in not so hot. And it's absolutely delicious. Try it. I guarantee you're gonna love it. That's it. Get it on Amazon and on OnlyTheFarmer.com. All right. So, someone said the guy has a few different small. Okay, I'm trying to find a question here. If you have a question, leave in the comments, guys. A circus tree. I've never heard of a circus tree. Anyone
I
ever
haven't
heard
heard
of
of
a
that
circus tree?
before. No.
Do you mean citrus?
Oh,
It
a
might be
citrus tree.
citrus.
It's in direct side, 6 feet tall, and has no fruit yet. Okay.
Got to give us some background information.
Yeah, is it a seedling or is it a grafted tree? Because if it's a seedling, it's going to get way bigger before it's going to have fruit on it.
Yeah.
If it's a grafted tree, then, sometimes they need a little encouragement. Sometimes they need a little bit of stress. Sometimes they need a graft attached to them. And I've found that sometimes you can graft a tree that's not fruiting. And even if the graft doesn't take, sometimes it stimulates the whole tree to fruit.
Very true. Yeah.
Okay, someone asked about your comment. Do crepe myrtles eat up nutrients?
Yeah, I mean, but I have the dual and banjos going on here. I have live oaks and I have the crepe myrtles. Now I love the crepe myrtles because they produce a nice pink flower. I love the flowers. I'm a guy that's all about his flowers. But because I have the two trees going on there, that's really what the problem is. It's not so much that it's taking all the nutrients, it's just that the myrtles are really sucking up all my water. They actually killed one of my pine trees that I have out there. Just completely bone dried out that pine tree. I had to take it down and change it off. But the live oak is the one sucking up the nutrients. And those roots are so invasive. Like, honestly,
Massive, boy.
whoever are building these houses. Now, granted, my home was built in 1985. These new houses, stop putting up oak trees close by these people's houses. You about to tear up their foundation. They're gonna hate you in 30 years.
Yep. Gonna tear up your driveway.
Them things are monstrous.
Now, I have a problem with crepe myrtles because we have 3 of them beside my house here, and I would love to chop them down and put fruit trees there because I have no love for flowering trees whatsoever. So I would be perfectly fine with mine being gone.
Yeah.
Someone asked about leaf miners in citrus trees, in a lemon tree.
They got to be a Florida person, I'm assuming.
They grow citrus all the way up in South Carolina and Georgia. They're planting citrus. They're growing citrus on the ground there.
I did see that.
Oh,
Yeah, because you have your cold tolerant varieties that are starting to be able to handle more. That's why you got to love grafting, right? So, you take a mandarin orange and then graft it onto something like a bitter orange. And it's going to have those colder properties from the bitter orange. And so now your mandarin orange or blood orange, it's going to have a little bit of those properties. Now, but I want to say something because I've heard this being said and reiterated several times in the graphic community, like, oh yeah, so now it can handle up to -10. That's not how that works. So you may gain a couple of degrees, but it's not going to instantly make it like I can go in, the Arctic Circle and grow oranges. That's not how that works.
Right.
No, yeah, it don't work like that.
We had a question here.
Oh, go ahead.
Has anyone ever tried growing kohlrabi?
Nah, this is the first time I heard of that.
I tried it once, but the seeds didn't germinate.
I have kohlrabi seeds. I've just never planted it. It just looks like a vegetable that I'm not going to like.
What's it, like a leafy green? What is it?
Yes, I think it's a brass.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. It's got like a base, and then it's got branches that come out of it. I think you eat the base, the stem part, like it's like almost like a desert roll that has the thick old bottom.
That's what it looks like. What is it called?
Kind of like that, but then it's got stalks of almost like celery.
Oh, I've seen that before, and the top is green, right?
Yeah. It can be purple too, I think.
Yeah, I've seen those before. I've never tried it.
Yeah, they're tired. I wouldn't even know how to tackle one of those. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Do y'all like Jamaican cherries?
I love Jamaican cherries. You can have too many Jamaican
Maybe
cherries.
strawberry tree Jamaican cherries, that one? Or
If they mean Barbados, I don't like Barbados.
yeah, I don't like Barbados cherries either.
I don't think anyone does.
Some people love them. Some
You
people
gonna
love
upset
them.
some people, Greg.
All right, how many tips on getting on citrus tree to produce? Like I said before, trauma. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of trauma. You know, one of the things that they do in the Caribbean is take a rusty nail, drive it through the trunk. Actually, I've seen that that's a way to get your passion fruit to produce the vine when it's young, or when it's about so thick. Take a piece of stick and drive it right through the trunk and split it through the trunk, and that's to make it just produce a ton more.
And I want to look into that because you had mentioned that before, and I want to, Derek, being the botanist, I think we need to look into it. We need to look into the cellular wall and see what kind of trauma is being caused that makes the plant. Is it because of things that it's dying? I mean, we need to look at it. So I'm going to look at research.
I think that's what it is. I think
So they want to reproduce.
I'll tell you, when I was my tree in Mexico, I had a soursop tree, and when I got there last time, the tree was lying on the ground sideways, and it's like about a 10-foot tree, and it was lying on the ground sideways. I think that the sprinkler was malfunctioning, and it got too moist, and it just fell over. But when I pushed it back up, the side that was on the ground was loaded with fruit, and those are pretty close to the first fruit the tree's making. And it's loaded on one side of the tree, the side that's on the ground.
Okay.
Trees are living things, and just like with people sometimes that trauma makes us, strong. So, could be.
Yeah, you're not lying. I like you're not lying.
But I also think that a lot of times when people have these remedies to make a tree fruit that hasn't fruited yet, they're so close to that tree fruiting that it's hard to tell whether that tree was just going to fruit that year or whether the thing they did is the thing that made it fruit.
That's fact.
If the tree's past the time that it should fruit, and then you do something and it fruits, it might have just fruited anyway.
That is true, which is why you're doing the remedy anyways, because it should have fruited already by now.
Exactly.
And then going back to the question too, when they were saying, how to get the fruit, are you fertilizing? Because citrus trees like a lot of fertilization.
Those
so if you're not fertilizing during the growing season, that could be part of the problem too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Heavy feeders. Citrus trees love fertilizer.
Let's see. Oh, here's one. How do you rehab a fiddly fig? Tree that's been dying and drawing leaves.
I answered that when I told you to burn it. What you do is you get some gasoline. You pour it all over that fiddle leaf like this, one of these numbers, right? You just boom, 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 boom. You get a good lighter, staying a good way away from it. Whoosh! It's rehabbed in heaven now. It's going. It's gone. Because fiddle leaves are the devil. Now, for those of you who don't want to do that, because my feelings, what you do is that fiddle leaf is like this leaf that is like right over here to the side of me. Okay, turning both cameras to the side of me here. These figs will drop leaves for what reason? They drop leaves because of humidity. Their humidity is dropped. And when humidity drops in most plants, they will, as a shock response, drop their leaves. Because if humidity is not high enough, then that means they're not going to be able to keep pushing out water and be able to then take in water. I think they're in a drought response in some cases. So they drop those leaves because they're scared. So what you can do is get a good old spray bottle or mister bottle and just mist it once a couple, times a week. I'm not telling you to let the leaves stay wet every day, but you mist it throughout the week. You make sure you don't let the soil dry out all the way. Right? You let it get dry, but not bone dry. Right? And when you water, don't let it sit in water. Because any of those situations can cause it to drop leaves. Especially if it's a Ficus umbellata, this dumb thing I got beside me.
Well,
And these are called pickle leaf figs, right?
Exactly. I have a different perspective on this, and I'm probably the least likely guy to be dealing with fiddle leaf figs. I don't do houseplants, and I'm not an ornamental plant guy. However, there are 3 fiddle leaf figs at this property right now. And there used to be 4. There was one that we planted outside, and it grew into a tree that was probably 15 feet tall. And it had to go because it was taking up prime real estate where something good could go.
Feel that.
Right. So, but the other ones, I feel like when they're houseplant and they get big enough, like we don't have space for them, we put them in the ground. So I have 2 in the ground outside, and I have 1 on the porch in the back. And anytime they start to get ratty, I give them a hard reset. I literally cut them down to about 12 inches. Each little stalk is 12 inches long, no leaves. And I'll tell you what, if I showed you those fiddle leaf figs right now, they are all like museum specimens right now. They're gorgeous. They're full and robust and beautiful, and we do nothing to them. But we don't move them either. We do nothing to them. We keep them where they are.
But
That's perfect.
I'm gonna tell y'all be careful to listen to Andre, because what we learned as master gardeners is that you prune no more than a third of any plant. But Andre will go out there like he's a samurai, like you have offended my family and you must die. And he will knock it down the
Montoya, you've killed my father. But that's okay.
But it works for him though. It works great. Yeah. Hard reset.
Yeah, hard reset. For fiddle leaf fig, I don't think you can. Well, I feel like you can't kill them. Like,
I'm glad you feel that way.
Figs hard to kill. At least in my experience, figs are pretty hard to kill.
That's great for y'all. They are it's literally just because they can be sensitive. If you're outdoors, if you have a good space, a good hand, perfect. This one that's beside me, I'm not a fiddle, but this one that is beside me, I moved it like a couple of feet, and it just dropped it. Literally a couple of feet. It's terrible. Yes. It's something you have to be careful.
Now, I know we're talking about fiddle leaf figs, but talking about figs, there is one fig tree that I've got in my mind, and that's an LSU Gold.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah, LSU Go Tigers. That's my alma mater. And I was like, how do I not have this tree on my property? So I'm gonna have to put my little money to the side. Put it in my coin purse on the side. Let my wife not know about it. My secret plant money. But I'm getting me an LSU Gold.
You want some cuttings?
Yes.
I could get cuttings sent you. What's today? Monday? I can get cuttings sent out to you tomorrow morning.
Carl, you are my new best friend, Carl. That's what I'm talking about.
I have LSU fig.
There's gold and purple.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's gold and purple. I got them grafted onto the same tree. I originally
Purple and
bought
gold
it
on
as
the
a
same
gold.
tree? What?
Yeah, so I got 2 in 1.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You are the best.
So I can send you cuttings of both tomorrow morning, for real.
Yeah.
There's a place in Virginia that I know has but they have like a real good product there. There's also like I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to put them out there. But yeah, look at us connecting people.
No, I got you.
This is what
that variety, they're good. I like the gold better than the purple. The gold tastes a lot better than the purple.
For some reason, figs will not grow in my yard at all.
Because the nematodes, I was just about to say, those LSU varieties, they're built specifically for nematodes.
Which
That's the only
right? No, I had an LSU. I might still have it, but now all my figs have been moved around so much. There's cuttings all over in pots. I don't know which ones are which. None of them are labeled. So I've got like Brown Turkey, Celeste, LSU, some other one, and they're all over the place. And I don't take care of them at all. But I've heard that you can actually graft regular figs onto fiddle leaf fig.
Yeah, you can.
That makes sense.
That would be a cool little plant.
Yeah, but with the fiddle leaf, you'd have to wait for the fiddle leaf fig to be big enough to be able to support the weight of the fruit.
Oh yeah, my fiddle leaf fig is trees.
Oh, well, yeah.
Remember, he's the fiddle leaf fig whisperer. Okay, he's like to these plants and they're growing. So yeah,
I can't grow regular figs though. I thought right down the street from me, there is a fiddle leaf fig tree that is taller than the house. Like it's got to be 30 feet, 40 feet. I don't know what it is. And one winter, it lost every single leaf. It froze, lost every single leaf. And that tree, that was 5 years ago. The tree's totally built out now. It's a beautiful tree.
Nice. Hey, Cheryl, we just got a notification from YouTube. And in case you guys didn't know, we are both simultaneously, there we go, that's the word, on both Instagram and YouTube. So make sure you check all those out, including our friend here, Urban Fruit Forest. Make sure you check him out on YouTube as well. Definitely subscribe to this man, has great content. Sorry,
Phenomenal content.
brother. My new best friend is going to send me some feed.
I've got one for Derek. Drink Day Friday says, grandfather didn't let pregnant women near a fig tree. Do you think fig trees are sensitive?
You know, I'm not going to talk about your granddaddy because I skipped over that. I'm not going to talk about your granddaddy. But, you know, I think somebody or something was sensitive, but it wasn't that big. But I think there's a lot of old wives' tales that we do have around plants, and the lore behind them is intriguing. I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't remember one behind it. But yeah, it's negative for me. But you know, if you want to blame the pregnant person for killing your fiddle leaf, I say do it.
All right, question on the here. What is your favorite tree to grow and eat? Well, what's your favorite food to grow and eat? I guess would probably be a good answer. I'm gonna start with you, Greg.
So my favorite plant overall is strawberries. I mean, I have 13 strawberry patches because it's not just my favorite, it's my kids' favorite. And I grow, you know, I have a whole principle, grow what you like to eat. And my kids love strawberries and blueberries. So I have about 4 different varieties of strawberries throughout all of my patches. And yeah, some of the birds sometimes eat my strawberries. But hey, I have 13 strawberry patches, so I have more than enough this year. Strawberries for me, hands down.
All right,
What about you?
Derek, what do you got?
I love a good tomato because I can do a tomato sandwich. Because again, I'm pure Eastern Carolinian Negro, so I love a good slice of tomato or a Cherokee purple. Beautiful tomato, meaty, salt, little pepper, and white bread.
Ooh, that Duke's mayonnaise. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't do mayonnaise
no.
neither? Well, obviously you don't like to be happy, Andre. Go ahead, Carl. You're next.
I don't do mayonnaise. I don't do tomatoes either.
You don't do tomato. It's okay. I'm gonna report you to HR.
Unless it's in salsa.
Unless it's in salsa, we'll have it in a smoothie.
Or like a fried green tomato. I tried that. And that's actually really good.
But like, so in your burger, you're not eating a tomato?
No, hell no.
Are you like it's like it takes the time to clean it? I don't want it.
It's a texture thing.
Wait a minute. So, Andre, you hunt, right?
Yes.
You hunt deer, right?
Yes.
So you had deer burger, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, and this is coming from a vegetarian. And once upon a time, I used to eat meat. You don't even tell me that gamey taste in your deer burger just isn't set off by a nice tomato on the top of it? Come on, man.
First of all, I don't think the deer burgers are gamey at all.
So
secondly, how would a tomato make it better?
Let's do it. Pause real quick. He doesn't like watermelon, so we can't trust anything.
Yeah, we can't trust his
He
taste buds after
doesn't
that
like
one.
watermelon. I will get some Duke's mayonnaise, okay, on a good Oscar Mayer sandwich, Jesus. Some Miracle Whip, even. You don't even do Miracle Whip. That's not even mayonnaise. It's
So
a
the
spread.
sandwich is dry?
You just
No, you put some sweet and spicy on there.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
That was a good pivot. That was a good pivot. But I can do both. I'm gonna send you a picture when I get me a good tomato on my sandwich with it sweet and spicy.
I'll tell you, like if a sandwich is already made, I'm taking the tomatoes out. But if it's got mayo on it, I'm not scraping the mayo off. I'll deal with the mayo. But if
You'll
there's
just be
mustard
unhappy.
on it, I'm not eating it at all.
Wait, you don't eat mustard either?
Or relish.
Oh my
Dijon
God,
mustard, no?
Andre.
No mustard.
This is why you're so thin.
Dry over there.
I bet you when you go, it'd be like a 1930s cartoon. It is just dry and scratching your throat.
I don't eat ketchup either. But
I'm very upset right now, disgruntled. Carl, what vegetables and fruits, produce do you be growing? We need to change the vibe. What should be growing and eating?
Favorite, because they said favorite. A lot of people probably won't agree with this, and I didn't either until I grow my own. But dragon fruit, is just different, y'all. And then people, I understand. A lot of people get it from the store. It's bland. I'll be honest with you, it's bland. It's trash. But
Yep.
and there's certain varieties you got to grow too, and you got to know where you get your cutting from. But I'm telling y'all, there's nothing that hits better than like a homegrown, fresh pick dragon fruit. Sugar dragon to be exact. It's not big. It's like the size of a baseball or something like that. But man, I'm telling y'all, those hit.
No, I agree with you too. Like dragon fruit, I think that may be the widest disparity in how a fruit from the grocery store tastes versus one how you grow in the dragon fruit. Like it's a whole different fruit.
It really is.
Because
We got a.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, we got a question that just came in. The people want to know on YouTube, are you normally dehydrated? Because they got the question, and I just had to get this out. They really want to know on YouTube because they're worried about you.
You don't need tomatoes? Like
You don't need tomatoes or ketchup or mustard or watermelon. You just don't.
Wait. Am I supposed to get hydration from mustard and ketchup or what? Like, is that where you get moisture from?
Don't you do that
Nah,
in
I
your
think
show.
they upset you don't like watermelon.
This is everything.
I don't like watermelon. Watermelon is tolerable. Okay, I don't hate watermelon. It's tolerable. Like every now and then I'll have this one. If I grow watermelon, I'm gonna taste it, see how it tastes. But I'm just not like feeling over watermelon.
So when you taste the watermelon, do you be like patooey or do you be like yum?
What do actually- that's a very narrow scope of foods that I said I don't eat. Like, that's not a lot of things.
That's a very big amount for us, but it's okay.
Really?
We're gonna keep going. Y'all, we are here answering your questions, and we're trying not to judge Andre for not eating 90% of the diet that the rest of us eat because we got Carl here, and he eats those things. And we are so happy for him.
That's like my favorite thing to grow in.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite?
Sugar
That's
apples.
good.
Sugar apples are my number one. Sugar
That's a
apples
good
are one.
answer.
Number two is lychees. Sugar apples and lychees, those are my two number ones.
Now, I've never had a sugar apple before. What does it taste like?
Straight
It's hard to explain.
Okay.
It's like a sugary
It is.
custard. Like it's
Okay.
like a sweet custard. It's just really, really good.
Okay.
Some people think it's too sweet.
Well, there ain't no such thing.
You'll like it. You'll like it then, for real.
There
You'll
ain't no
like
such thing.
it.
This
Now,
is
did
great.
you just going back to your lychee tree? Did you just do a grafting on your lychee tree?
That was an air layer from the lychee. That was an older video. But what I did do to my lychee is because I had the lychee mite, which is a new disease that's coming into Florida all of a sudden. It's invasive pest. And I had to do a serious hard reset on that. Go watch the video. And I did a real hard reset on that. And it's coming back beautifully now. Doused it in some copper. Oh, shoot.
Like copper fungicide.
I think we just lost the.
He's still talking on YouTube, but he cannot hear us on Instagram.
Oh no!
So y'all hold on 1 second because he's taking his phone down.
Phone overheated.
Okay. While we're still here, because my comments also stopped going, so Instagram obviously is just having some problems. We're being real meta right now. If y'all can still hear us, because I know we can hear each other, the three of us. Y'all throw some. Oh, he dropped his phone. If y'all can see this on YouTube right now, he dropped.
If I get this thing.
Oh, his
Cool
phone
down.
overheated. Let me undo this here. This is great. So, Andre, you good? We're still live here on YouTube.
We're still going live on YouTube. All right, you have questions on YouTube?
We haven't. Somebody had asked us. Actually, you answer all the questions. I don't think we have much questions on YouTube. But we're still here to answer y'all questions. It's like at least 5 people watching us. Y'all are getting something special here because Andre's phone. Is it an iPhone you got?
I got an iPhone overheated.
My iPhone overheats too, and this almost makes me want to go and get an Android because I am sick of them people. But Carl, enough about that. You have been growing all these plants. You have been doing all these things. What was something that you would tell somebody who wants to do like you're doing and start a fruit forest, who wants to get into this, especially in the timeline and the climate, take that whatever you mean as you will. What would you tell the people?
I would say do a lot of research with the growers that are around you. So like I was guilty of this as well. Like I told you guys, I started growing dragon fruit. I just saw a guy online doing it. So I was like, let me get some cuttings. But come to find out, everything that he was growing didn't really work out for where I was at. We were 2 completely different growing zones. So he is in California, Northern California, and I'm Southern southern central Florida. So two completely different growing zones. Most of the stuff he sent me didn't grow well for me. So a big thing that I would say if someone was interested in getting this is get as much research as possible before you make that first plant tree decision. I mean, by all means, if you're gonna jump balls to the wall, dive deep into it, you can, but you're gonna make a lot more mistakes than if you just take the extra time, research, ask growers near you what grows best.
Jump back into
Beautiful. What I want everybody to do is to go back to the Instagram. He's back on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute this here. Go ahead, Andre. I'm sorry.
All right. Now, I'll tell you what, I kind of have a different view. I feel like the way you did it, Paul, I think you did it the right way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you did it the right way. I think that too many times people spend so much time planning a garden and researching a garden and learning about a garden and not enough time putting stuff in the ground. I think that when you're starting out, you should put as much stuff in the ground as possible and learn about it as you go. And you're going to figure it out.
Now, I kind of agree, but then kind of disagree. This is that former educator. This is the educator, right? So there's a lot of bad information out there, right? So you can get people watching these AI videos where they're taking that apple, taking that grape, taking that grapple. So they're believing like, oh, I'm gonna grow me some grapple trees. So I would say research a little bit first. Not spend too much time planning, but definitely do a little bit of research and make sure your sources are credible. That's the only caveat I have.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Oh God, the people, the internet, Big Produce doesn't want you to get this information, and this is why you need to share what we're doing, because Big Produce on Meta is kicking us out, and this is why you should share this to your people right now. We are giving great information for free 99. Y'all keep going while Gray tries to get back in here.
Well, while Gray's doing that, let me tell you what I use in the garden. This is Sonia's bug spray. This stuff, I hesitate to call it bug spray because this stuff feels like lotion. I'll tell you, you can put this on when you get out of the shower every morning and you will smell like lemongrass and lemons and you'll smell sweet and it feels amazing on your skin. You don't feel like you need to shower when you put the stuff on and it keeps the bugs away. It also works as an afterbite as well. You can get it at soniasbugspray.com. This is the only bug spray I use. I use it for everything. This stuff is amazing. So check it out when you get a chance, guys. All right.
Let me jump in. That's what we used during the boating trip, right?
Yeah,
that stuff is good. That stuff is 10 out of 10 good.
It feels nice too, right?
Yeah, it feels good. It doesn't feel like the stuff you buy at like the your home department stores. This stuff feels good. It doesn't smell strong. I liked it. It worked too quick.
And y'all were out on the ocean, right?
We were on the ocean.
Yeah, but before we took off, the no-see-ums was biting us up.
And see, so both of you was on the ocean and y'all didn't get attacked by nary a great white while you had that on. That stuff is amazing.
This stuff, not a single shark came near us with this stuff on.
We love it. We love it.
For some reason, Instagram isn't allowing me to log in.
Someone asks, how long does it take for a jackfruit tree to fruit?
Oh, those quick.
Yeah, in theory, they're quick.
Great,
I have not had a lot of luck with my jackfruits.
Seriously, and it depends what quick is too.
They get big quick.
But they get big quick.
Have you had jackfruit's fruit yet?
In 5 years, in about 5.5 years, I've seen fruit.
Well, I've seen them, right? But in your yard, have you had any jackfruit's fruit yet?
Yeah, but it was grafted.
I mean, yeah, but still, I have a grafted tree.
There we go.
Grafted trees.
Can you hear me, Greg?
Years.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm in.
You know what I'm thinking? It might
here
be
on
the
YouTube,
sun. Do
but
they get full sun?
Instagram is not allowing me to log in.
I have mine full sun. It's in the east side of my property, and it gets full sun.
Let's try that.
But I've topped them. I've cut like 10 feet off one, and I'm still waiting on it. But I'm getting a lot of male flowers, but no female flowers.
No female.
Yeah. Let's see. Question here.
This is a good thing we had Carl on because we have all types of stuff going on tonight, so we can keep this conversation going.
Labels. I'm terrible at labeling.
Yeah, I don't label either. I'm bad. I suck. I just think my memory is the best label there.
Yeah. Do you check the soil first before planting? I think to some degree you should. I feel like really the only thing I really want to check my soil is pH. What do you guys think?
I'm not the person to ask. I just dig and plant. I'm be honest with you. I
It's
don't know
still not
much
working
about
with you,
checking the
Gray?
pH of the soil. The only thing with me is like when you guys are talking about those live oaks, I'm checking to see if I got to bring the saw to cut some oak roots out. But besides that, that's the only thing I'm checking for.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. The only time I really check pH is for things like blueberries or things like having a pot, and I know that it's something that needs super acidic soil. What about you guys? You guys check your pH in your soil? I know Gray does.
Gray, I'm sure does, and Gray's going to answer in a second. But so I'm going to mute myself while Gray can answer if he checks his soil.
But for those of you who are up here, I don't. You can. Your cooperative extension office sometimes will provide a free
Cooperative extension offices will sometimes provide a free soil test for you, depending on where you are, what time of the year it is. They do it for me free, even though there's probably a fee I never pay because I know people. But get to know your cooperative extension officer people and get you a free test. But again, it's not necessarily needed. What do you say, Gray, Mr. Master Gardener?
Look, and I was having all these technical difficulties. I'm like, they talking about soil. They talking about my thing. This is my thing. I'm all about testing soil. No, test that soil. One, because now, granted, I guess it's going to depend on where you're at, right? Because Andre, you have a lot of sandy soil, right?
Yes.
Do you even have any soil, right?
Not really. I gotta move the soil.
That's valid. That's valid.
See, and now I know Derek is going to be closer to me because he's going to have more of that clay and rock like I have out here in Texas. So I am constantly always checking my soil, always amending my soil, adding in soil conditioners, depending on what I'm going to plant. So yes, I check pH, I check fertilization levels. And just like Derek said, I do test my soil and send it off to my local Texas A&M AgriLife so they can test the soil for me. Because a lot of times, a lot of the problems we have out of plants is soil-based. Healthy soil, healthy plants.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't do it, but I should do it. I should do it more. There's a great question here. I love this question. It's my favorite question from Timo. Is it cheaper to grow your own bracket water bill or buy at the farmer's market?
It don't taste as good, I can tell you that.
And we're talking about growing our own what?
I think this is cheaper like veggies and stuff like that. And I would argue that it's cheaper to buy at the farmer's market.
I think it is too, 100%, and less time consuming for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna spend
it's
a lot
cheaper.
of money to get
It's
that tomato
cheaper.
at home.
It's cheaper. It is cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. Because I mean, let's think about this for a moment, okay? Because I always talk about this. Gardening is one of the most expensive hobbies that you can invest your time in if you allow it to be. I mean, we're talking about raised beds, grow bags. We're talking about our water bill. We're talking about soaker hoses and plants, right?
Soil.
Some of, like, I mean, Andre, what's the most amount of money you spent on a fruit tree?
Probably around $250.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, Mr. Moneybags over there, he's dropping $250 on fruit trees, you know.
That's
So
for 25 gallons.
yes, it can honestly get very expensive really quick. And so would it be cheaper just to go to a farmer's market? Yeah, honestly, it might. Unless you are truly doing some, like, I mean, if you're farming, if you're a true farmer and you're sitting on, you know, a 40-acre farm, then you could possibly start bringing in enough profit. And that's going to be, you know, that's going to be dependent on your soil. It's going to be dependent on your climate. So maybe you might start bringing in enough profit so it balances out. But if you're just a local grower in a garden, yeah, it's probably going to be cheaper to just go to that farmer's market.
You got to do it because you love it. You got to do it because you love it.
Facts.
Don't think you're going to make a profit or you're going to have no grocery bill anymore. Like, you got to do it because you love it. The only way not to have a grocery bill is if you're all in. Like, you've got to be like, this is your new job.
Yeah,
this is your full-time job.
Yeah,
I guess I'm
and you're
different.
only growing things. You're only eating the things that grow in the season in which they grow too.
Yeah,
I guess
facts.
I'm
That's
different.
true. That's true. Mm-hmm.
Oh, people can, right? But then you're eating like, 6-month-old peaches or something. Like, I feel like when I see those people with all those cans of food and I'm looking at those cans, I'm like, ugh, I want to eat that now, let alone 6 months from now. Who the hell do I want to eat that? I got them Brussels sprouts from 8 months ago here. Like, what's in a jar? Give me a break.
So you're not a doomsday prepper.
No, I am not. Doomsday, let me go.
He's definitely not coming to my bunker because I'm gonna have it full of tomatoes. I am a different mindset.
Nothing but tomatoes and watermelon.
All
Have
of it.
you guys ever tried Monstera fruit?
I have not.
I have.
How is it? I haven't tried it. I want to try it.
That fruit is really good. And the thing is hard to pick. So I actually had the one I tried was picked off my tree, and I feel like it could taste better. But based on what I had, it's similar to like sweet salt, sugar apple. Honestly, better, sweeter. It kind of has that custardy type of texture, but the whole fruit wasn't ripe when I got to it. So like a good portion of it was kind of hardened. But the squirrels go after them, so I know we get sick if we don't eat them if they're ripe.
If it's not right.
Yeah, but the squirrels, I guess they don't apply to squirrels because they go after them when they're not right.
Yeah, squirrels are demons, so that also explains.
But they're good. They're really, really good. Monstera fruit is good, but you got to eat it right, or you're gonna get sick.
Yeah, I really want to get one. My son goes to the University of Miami, and there are Monsteras, big Monsteras all over the place. And I can't, one of these times I'm going to be down there and see one of them things right, and I'm grabbing it and having it out there. But my Monstera, that I cut it down with the tree when the tree fell, and it was pretty mature. It was getting pretty close to fruiting size, and I had to start all over. So hopefully I'll get one soon.
And somebody was asking me because I grow so many deliciosas, high constellations, and albos. They said, "Have I ever tried the fruit?" And no, because I'm constantly propagating. So I'm always hacking away at my Monsteras to make more, so that I can sell them at Planet Events. So that's the reason why I've never had the fruit, because I'm constantly putting it through trauma, propagating.
Right. All right, can you grow potatoes inside? I have a container that's big. I'm just worried about getting enough sun. I also make holes in the bottom of the container. Well, I feel like anytime you need sun, you can use a grow light, right?
You can. I mean, there was a very awesome movie that had a lot of science behind it called The Martian, where he simulated an ecosystem inside and he grew potatoes. Now, do not try to use your own fecal matter to grow potatoes. That does not work. Don't believe that. Everything else is kind of valid. So yeah, you could.
Well, how can you say it doesn't work? He was a botanist.
I mean, in the very technical sense, it could work, but he was also like in a very different situation where it was like life or death. So like you're going to risk potentially getting a disease from using your own fecal matter, not composted in the right way. But, again, I wouldn't, and if you do that for your potatoes, pun intended, then just let me know and I won't eat them.
But trying to grow potatoes indoors, I mean, it can be done, but it might be really an uphill battle because you're going to have to constantly keep that moisture. You're going to have to constantly make sure you have enough light and warmth. It might be more work than you want to get yourself into, unless that's just the means you have. So go for it and let us know. But it can be done.
Guys, we have run out of time. It is 9 o'clock. The show ends at 9. It's 9:01. So thank you guys for watching. I want to thank our special guest today, Carl. We appreciate it, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Had a good time.
Wonderful. Derek, any parting words?
No.
All right. Great. Anything to say? I love the shirt. Any parting words?
Make sure you follow and subscribe our new friend here, Carl, and that's Carl. What was the name of your page? And where can we find you?
Urban Fruit Force.
Urban Fruit Force, and I'm on every single platform you can think of: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, X. That's whatever you guys call it. But same handle, Urban Fruit Force.
Follow this space. MySpace. Black Planet.
All right, guys. We'll see you back next week, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, every Monday night. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, follow. Be good, guys. See you. Bye.